Hi folks, I wanted to share a small part of Max Igan's video. He's talking about a letter that he received from a doctor regarding these little black fibers, nanofibers, that people are seeing on the mask. I feel this is important and it makes a lot of sense, and there's a good chance that this is exactly what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and press play and let him talk, and then I'll share a link to his video because he's left links in his description relating to this subject. So
as quickly as we can. They're talking about in Australia now as well. Actually, I'll get to that in a minute. Regarding the last video that I uploaded of these strange little wormy things that we're finding in these masks, and there's a lot of reports of these things coming out now as well. I did receive an email from a guy in Canada, a Dr. Sears, I believe his name is, and he said that he's thought about this and he's looked at it, and there's a possibility that this isn't nanotechnology that we're seeing in the masks. There's a possibility that it is a type of fungus, I think called Asparagus fungus, which is like a parasitic worm that causes boll rot in cotton. And very often, spores of this fungus make it through the manufacturing process and make it through all the bleaching, and they end up in the finished product. They end up in your clothing and whatever, and that's you wash them out, they're just there, But they also can end up in the face mask, and we could be breathing in these parasitic boll rot worms. This could be what it is. Because, you can't just see this stuff and say, oh, look, it's there, it's black, it's different, it moves, it must be nanotechnology. That's why I put a question mark on the video. I said, nanotech in masks? Because it's a possibility. But it may not be. But if it is nanotech, if it's Morgellons or whatever, it's very difficult to go to any form of authority or health department or media or anything to inform them of this, because I'll just tell you that you're a nutcase or trying to report an imaginary disease because they don't recognise the existence of Morgellons. However, if you can present with them the possibility that this is actually Asparagus fungus worms that we're seeing here, well, this is a recognised parasite that no country would want to have being brought into their country. So that might be something that can be used to alert the media and some people in the mainstream. I mean, you're not telling them about nanotech and stuff that they think is science fiction. You're telling them something which is real. You can go and look up Asparagus fungus spores, and you can read the dialogue on how this happens. And there's actually a couple of links. Actually, I'll read you the letter that Dr. Sears wrote me. I'll go inside and I'll record a little bit and I'll insert it here. I'll read you the letter and I'll put the links below to the sites that he's recommending you go and find information about this, because this could be something we can use to just alert, Joe Average on the street that there's something in these masks and perhaps they shouldn't be wearing them, and that it's actually going to damage their health, apart from all the asbestos fibres and things people are reporting in there anyway. If you can show them that these little parasitic worms might be there, well, that might inspire Joe Public to perhaps pay attention. Hi Max, after seeing your nanobot video this morning, I wanted to rule out any cotton crop infestations causing such a phenomenon. And sure enough, the internet has potentially solved the mystery. It's not good, but those strands appear to be fungi that can cause boll rot in cotton crops. Their spores infest cotton crops if the crop is too humid. They can survive the manufacturing process, then hatch. You may even think your mask is microscopically clean when you first take it out of the package, but after wearing it, the heat and humidity from your breath will hatch the spores and grow the fungi, which will invade your body. Here is a scholarly article from the late 60s, which I refuse to pay to see in its entirety. And if you search Google images for fungi that cause boll rot, you see the strands. My gut feeling is that this is a black strand of Aspergillus fungus which can cause the following. Now, I could be wrong, but it's too coincidental. And as I said, he's put a couple of links which I will share below. So that's kind of interesting anyway. It's another way of looking at things. And we can make a difference if we push back from it.
Now, I found it very interesting because as soon as I started hearing about these fibers, whatever they may or may not be, on the masks, I run my own test. And I put some steaming hot water into a coffee cup, and I put the mask over that coffee cup and let the steam and humidity rise through it. Within a short amount of time, 5-10 minutes, I wasn't looking at the clock, but it was a short amount of time, 5-10 minutes, I noticed, and I didn't notice this prior to that, I noticed one black fiber. I pulled it off the mask, and I brought it close to my hand, to my finger, and the thing was literally reaching out to touch my finger. I pulled my hand away, it stopped, it pointed off into another direction, I brought it back, it did it again. This was several times it repeated, almost as if it wanted to reach out and grab, you know, the heat, maybe the heat and the moisture, whatever that was coming off of my finger. I don't know, but that's what I observed. I also want to show you, just one moment, get to it. Just in case you have not seen any of these videos, and I don't know whether you have or have not, this is one of them showing the fibers, multiple fibers. This is one that's at the surface. Now, I've seen a bunch of videos, and I'm not sure if I've seen this one or not, where the fiber was moving, and of course I've seen it move myself, so I know that it is true. And hopefully it's going to move in this one. Yep, there it goes. So he's probably just possibly blowing on it, or breathing on it with humidity from his breath. And it's not the wind from the breath, I guarantee it. This thing is moving. They move even after you stop breathing on it. So I wanted to show you that, and I'm going to leave a link to Max's video where you can go and check that out. And if you just want to watch the section that I just showed you, start at, I want to say right around 29 minutes into his video. I suggest you watch this whole video because he always has tons of great information that he shares. So, hope you all have a great day, and keep safe, and keep your eyes open and your head on a swivel. And I'm a sky watcher, and for the rest of the sky watchers, keep your eyes to the skies. Have a great day.